Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Very nice to see all of you. All of you are coming for the first time or someone has come before also? First time. So welcome all of you for this Saturday evening series of Festival of Enlightenment, where we cover the entire aspects of the Gita systematically in a very, very systematic way. So before that, we'll recite some auspicious prayers, auspicious invocation, and then we'll begin with today's series. So you can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandhasya
Om Jnanatimirandhasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo Vishnupadaya
Namo Vishnupadaya
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swamin Iti Namine.
Swami Vinamine.
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswati Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Pashyat Deshatarine.
Pashyata Deshatarine.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkipatam ham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishvara.
Hare Krishna all. Thank you all for joining for today's session. So I would like to take a moment to introduce the speaker, his course instructor, His Grace Vaibhav Krishna Prabhu. So he has completed his B.Tech from NIT Hamirpur. So he works for various prestigious organizations like Goldman Sachs, Samsung. So along with his professional journey, so he has studied various scriptures deeply, like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So he has done Bhakti Sastri and Bhakti Vaibhav course also. So he is doing college programs also. He is a motivational speaker and he is inspiring many people to take up the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So welcome Prabhu. Thank you so much for taking your time to give the session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you everyone for joining for this program. And we are all here, so you might be aware, you might be told about this program, what this series is all about. So we are all here to learn something from the most wonderful, practical and the amazing scripture, that is the Bhagavad Gita, which is many times even called the life manual. So one request, if you all can come forward, we have lots of space. It will be very easier. Yeah. So am I audible? There's too much disturbance, but you're able to hear me clearly? Yeah. So before starting with the presentation, we'll dedicate this presentation to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So I'm sure you might have heard about him. He's the founder of ISKCON. And he was the one who did that Herculean task. At the age of 70, he traveled across the ocean. He suffered 2 heart attacks just to spread this mission of the Bhagavad Gita, or this message of the Gita. And he went across to many, many different places. And because of him, today we have the widespread knowledge of the Gita available. Today each and everyone can understand the Gita, read the Gita, and apply the teachings in his day-to-day lives. Of course, Gita was always there before. Especially when it comes to India, every one of us knows about the Gita. But then proper knowledge was not always there. Many times we meet people, we ask them, okay, you have the Gita, you know about the Gita. And people will very confidently say, yeah, Gita, I know about the Gita. From childhood I have been reading the Gita. And then we ask them, okay, tell me something about the Gita. That one, in which Hanuman killed Ravan, or Hanuman burnt the Lanka, that one you are talking about. And then we'll understand, okay, yeah, you know the Gita. So point I'm trying to make is, many people know the Gita in India, everyone knows, but then the systematic study was missing. And Prabhupada helped us to understand or establish this knowledge, spread this knowledge worldwide. And today we'll try to see some very, very practical tips from the Gita itself. So today's topic, we call it the missing link, or the search for happiness. It's an eye-opener for many. Many people think about this, and they think about something is missing in their life. And today we'll try to explore what is that. So let's begin with a simple query or simple thing, that confusion that always arises in our mind. Many times people feel like this. We have seen many people, we have met many people. They say everything is set in my life. Everything is perfect, but still I feel something is missing. And not just for the youths. We address many people, we address many corporate giants. We have read different people, different parts of the country, or different parts of the state. Once there was an advocate, a great, highly revered advocate, he had come here. And he was also telling the same thing, that I have everything needed in my life. But I feel some hollowness. Still I feel something is missing. And today we'll try to understand what is that missing thing that is there from the Gita. What is that missing link that we feel in our lives? So let's switch the gears first, and we'll come back to this. So let's discuss something very, very trivial, very, very basic. Something about the similarity between animals and humans. So all of you, what do you think? What are the similarities between animals and humans? Anything that comes to your mind? Hunger, correct. Everyone, they also want food, we also want food. What else? Anything else that comes to your mind? Sleeping, very nice. Hunger, every one of us feels hungry, even the animals feel hungry. Anger, that is also there. Animals also get angry. In fact, we have seen many pigeons here. They also start fighting for their area. That one pigeon is in one area, it doesn't allow anyone to come there. So definitely that is there. So now we'll see something from the scriptures. There's a very, very amazing verse from the Mahabharata. So you can repeat this after me. Ahar nidra bhayamaithunam cha samanya etad pashubhi naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha dharmena hina pashubhi samanaha. So in this course of discussion, we'll be seeing some shlokas like this from different scriptures, and we'll be seeing the relevance in our day-to-day lives. So here this talks about seed, or 4 things which talks about which are the similarities between animals and human beings. What is a seed? Let's try to see one by one. So similarities, first it says S, that was Nidra, as you mentioned, sleeping. Animals also sleep, we also sleep. Another thing that was mentioned again, hunger or eating, ahar. Third thing that was mentioned is enjoyment, or in Sanskrit, maithun. Both tendencies are there in animals and as well as in human beings. And the fourth one was D for defending, or bhaya. Ahar, nidra, bhaya, maithunam cha. 4 things were given in that shloka. Now we'll see one by one that all these four are similar between animals and humans. As you already mentioned, sleeping. Okay, animals, someone might say they sleep on the road, they sleep in filthy places. We sleep on beds, we sleep in nice, comfortable places. But what is the end result? If you analyze, the end result is the same. We want to take rest. Both of them take rest. In fact, when someone is in deep sleep, they don't even know where they are. Sometimes they go to some other place. So hardly the end result is same here. Okay, let's talk about eating. We might be eating very, very sophisticated things. We might be choosy in what we eat. Animals eat anything and everything what is available. Again, but the end result is the same. After eating, what happens? The hunger gets mitigated. Third one, we talked about enjoyment. Again, the tendency is in human beings. Again, as I mentioned, they might be doing in lavish places and comfortable apartments. And animals might be fine doing the same thing on the roads. But ultimately, again, the end result is same. The urge that is there, the desire that is there to satisfy ourselves, that gets fulfilled. That is both same in animals and human beings. And the fourth one, when it comes to defending, protecting ourselves. Again, this is also same in both animals and human beings. Don't worry about the photo. We couldn't get any other photo, so we put that one. But the point I'm trying to make is just like you might have seen the birds. You throw some grains. They'll be coming near the grains and they'll look here and there. As if you clap nearby and they'll run away from that place or they'll fly away from that place. Again, they'll look here and there. Again, they'll go and somehow very, very fearfully they'll eat the portion of the grain. And like that, different animals are there. And same way, even in our lives, constant fear is there. Might have observed many different kinds of fears. When recession came, many were fearful, or many working professionals were fearful. They might lose the jobs. I heard many great good companies, multinational companies, they were also removing employees. When it comes to students, they were fearful, they won't get a job. So everyone was fearful. They had different kinds of fears. So when it comes to defense, everyone has different kinds of fears, and everyone has different mechanisms to protect themselves. For animals, they have their claws, or they have their different parts to protect themselves. And humans are definitely a bit sophisticated, but they also protect themselves in various ways. So now the question comes is, these four are the important things which we discussed about, four similarities between animals and humans. Now question is, can we compete with animals in any of these? If someone says, okay, you are comparing us with animals, we are much better than them in all these. Can we say like that? So the question comes, can we compete with animals in all these four things? When it comes to eating, can we compete with animals? No. We know which animal is there which can eat much more than any human being? Elephant. No one can compete. No one, even if he says that I am the biggest, attracted to food, or I eat food at different places, but still that person won't be able to compete with an elephant. When it comes to sleeping, again we have animals like polar bear. It's said that they sleep for 6 months in a stretch. Hardly, okay, I've seen some people in hostels, they'll sleep the entire weekend, but we cannot sleep more than that. That is the all in all. When it comes to enjoyment, again we have the monkeys, pigeons. It's said that they engage in sexual activity multiple times in a day. So no one can compete with that also. When it comes to defending, again the carnivorous animals are much better than us in defense. So the point is, now we discussed about the similarities, and we also discussed that animals are better than us in all these. So question comes, then what is the difference? What is so great about us? We say that human beings are a much sophisticated species. So what is that thing that is the difference between us and them? Anyone, what do you think? What comes to your mind when we talk of the differences between us and animals?
Can't speak. Relation is
You said something? Relationship, okay. Intellect, yeah. Okay, as you mentioned about intellect, as you mentioned about consciousness. So now question comes, do animals have intelligence?
Yes, to a certain degree.
Yeah. So in the differences, when we talk of this example, this is most of the time seen about intelligence. You see a cat. Whenever it comes inside the house, it very quietly comes inside. No one even comes to know when it comes inside, goes in the kitchen and drinks milk and runs away. Definitely that requires intelligence. Another example, very interesting thing, I was seeing a video on this. This structure is called the weaver's nest. So there is a bird called as weaver bird which builds this structure. It's a very, very complicated structure, they were telling. It's not easy to build this structure. It's not just some grains and some things put together or some straws put together. It's a very, very complicated structure they build just for staying inside them. And definitely such artistry, such amazing design requires some intelligence. So question comes, intelligence is also there in them. But now one thing that is the difference, or one thing that we can make out here, the focusing on the difference part, as he mentioned about consciousness. So animals, they have the intelligence, but if you analyze, they use their entire intelligence just for these four things. Cat will use all its intelligence. What is its motive? I want to get something to eat. This bird will use all its intelligence. What is the motive? I want to need a place, or I need a place to stay. They will utilize all their intelligence in these four things, that is eating, sleeping, mating and defending. And this is where we see what is the difference between them and us. Animals also have intelligence, but how are we special? Now we'll see that. So there are four things, A, B, C, D we'll see. A stands for ability for higher inquiry. Animals don't inquire anything, they are just programmed to do the same activities over and over again. But we have a sophisticated brain, everything we ask. You might have seen right from young age, right from when we were children. We'll ask our parents, why to do this, why to do that activity. We'll have the tendency to inquire. And we'll emerge based on that. Whatever answers we get, we learn those and we emerge based on that. But animals, they don't inquire like that. B, bliss. Whatever activity we are doing, whatever things we are doing, we are looking for something. We are looking for some happiness in that. We are looking for some bliss in that. And if we don't get the bliss, we don't do that activity. But animals, do they think like that? No. They are just programmed to do the same activities over and over again. C, choice. Again, we have a choice to make decisions in our life. Just like you all had a choice whether to come here, attend this program, or you could have gone to many other places. So all of us have a choice in life. But animals, they don't have. Like I was hearing this example. So once there was a sack of grains kept on the street. So birds came to that place. They took few grains and then left the place. Then a cow came to that place. Cow ate some more of the grains, some more portion of the grains, and when it was full, it left the place. And finally a human being or a person came in that place. And can you imagine what he might have done? Taken the whole sack and went home. So the point is choice. We have a choice to make, animals don't. And D stands for determination. What is determination? Like we say, once we decide something and we are determined to do something, then there is a high probability we'll be able to get that thing. Of course, that's not always the case. There are multiple factors involved. But still, we can be determined for some activity. Animals, that determination is not there. Like many people, when they want to get a job, in colleges when they are looking for placements, they are determined. I've seen one of my friend was there. One after other, he was getting rejected, but he was determined that I want to get a placement or I want to get a job. And finally, he was able to crack it. So D for determination. So these four things are there which animals don't have and which are special in us. We'll just revise one by one. A stands for ability for higher inquiry. B for C, and D for determination. So now we'll discuss something very, very astonishing. Okay, we have these four things we discussed. But now we'll see one example. Just imagine you have a very, very nice car, Mercedes or whatever it is, and you go for a drive on it. Now if some person says, and some person uses the same car for plowing the fields. Some person buys a very, very lavish car, very, very royal car, and he starts plowing the field with it. Will that be considered sound intelligence? He'll be considered foolish. Because we have the tractor meant for doing all these activities. Car is meant for roaming around in the streets. Car is meant for a different purpose. So now the point I'm trying to make is, if someone has a higher capability, but he engages in the lower activities, then will that be considered sound, or will that be considered sound intelligence? No. And actually that is the case with all of us. We began our topic with something is missing. But now we'll try to analyze what is the thing that is missing. What is the reason for dissatisfaction in our lives? A simple example, like once we were traveling in a cab and there was a person who was driving this Uber. Very nice, he was looking a well-educated person, he was speaking nicely, everything. And then we asked, what is his qualification? And he told, I'm B.Tech. I did B.Tech from so-and-so college. And we were surprised. We asked him then why, how come? And then he was sharing that what all he went through, and somehow he's stuck in that place. And while in the conversation, we could make out one thing, that he's highly frustrated in his life. And what is the reason of frustration? He's earning nicely in that profession. He's earning nicely while driving the Uber, but still he's frustrated. Why do you think he's frustrated?
I feel actual work is not there.
The point that I mentioned just now, he is highly qualified for something else, but he's doing something lower. And that is the reason for his frustration. And same way as we discussed, when we asked this question, why this hollowness, that's what we began our class with, why this hollowness and frustration? Because we are qualified for something higher. We are qualified for these four things we discussed, A, B, C and D. But even after having those high qualifications, we are doing something on a lower platform. And until we do those activities that satisfies all those four parameters, we will feel that hollowness within us. Just properly analyze what are the day-to-day activities we do. In a monotonous life, right from waking up early in the morning, and then getting up, eating whatever is available, rushing for office, coming back in the evening. Sometimes when I was working, I used to remember people used to speak, they have forgotten there is something called as sunlight. On the weekends, they used to see it. So point is, in the monotonous day-to-day activities, whatever we do, we are actually doing all the activities which even animals can do. But we are not doing the activities which we are capable of. And that is the reason people in this world are searching for something. Everyone will say he's searching for that happiness. People go to movies, people go to clubs, they go to restaurants. Why they go? They are searching for something and they are not getting it anywhere. It never happens they go for a movie and they are completely satisfied in their life. They don't want anything else. Never happens like that. So the reason for hollowness is because they are searching for that thing, or they are not actually applying their qualifications in a correct way. And question comes, how are we trying to fill this hollowness? People think that, okay, I am feeling some dissatisfaction within me. Let me engage in the four activities even more. Let me eat more, let me sleep more, let me mate more, or let me defend or do all these activities in a more better way, and then I'll get satisfied. But can that ever happen? Just by engaging in these four activities, can a person actually be satisfied? Like one person had come here, one person had come with a daughter, a married person. So he was telling he had eaten in every place in this ACS. He had eaten in all the restaurants here. And daughter was telling, no, Papa, that restaurant is still left. And we were just wondering that dissatisfaction is always there. Even if you do all kinds of eating, you eat anywhere and everywhere, you do whatever you want, but still you won't be satisfied. Because these four things cannot satisfy us. Now, two very, very basic questions that come here. The question comes is why we want to fill this hollowness? And what is everyone searching in life? So what do you think is the answer for this? What is that thing that everyone in this life is searching for? That is about obvious answer. Everyone in the slide, I'm sure you haven't seen the slides before. So everyone in this world, they are searching for happiness. And then people feel when their needs are fulfilled, they'll become happy, they'll be satisfied. That's why they work so hard just to fulfill their needs so that they'll become happy. And there's so many advertisements which goes on to say, okay, you buy this home, you'll become happy. Or buy this car, you will become happy. Even buy this bike, you will become happy. So many things you might have heard. And then this was the funny one, buy this innerwear and you will become happy. So something the other, everything that is advertised is how a person can be happy in life. And everyone is doing all these things just to become happy and satisfied. But let's do a little more objective analysis of this. Let's try to understand what actually we need to become happy. Or let's try to see from the scriptures what they talk about. Now let's begin. Now this is a very, very important concept what we'll be discussing now. So please be attentive in this. So all of us, we have different needs. The first need which every human being in this world has is called as physical need. What is physical need? Basically taking care of our body, eating, sleeping, taking rest, exercise, whatever people do on the physical level, that is physical need. Everyone wants to take care of it. Second comes psychological need. What is this psychological need? Appreciation, a sense of achievement. I've got something. Basically, if you get a nice bonus, if you get appraisal, or as a student, if you get nice marks, we feel very, very happy when we get appreciation. Because the sense of achievement is always there. And especially if we get a house or something better than a neighbor, then we are very happy. That achievement, we have achieved something. This is psychological need. The third one, emotional need. What is emotional need? Basically the sense of love and to be loved. Again, this is also needed for everyone. And that's why we see there are some kids who lose their parents in early childhood or early age. And in the future, we have seen they become generally completely emotionally unstable. They're not very emotionally stable in their lives due to whatever reasons. Because that emotional need is missing. And on the other hand, people who had some loving parents, nice parents right from childhood, so they are emotionally very, very stable. So again, we come to this point that emotional need is also needed. On a lighter note, we speak about this in colleges. Generally, we see that those boys whose emotional needs are not fulfilled at home, then they search for in the girls' hostel. So the point is, everyone wants these needs to be fulfilled. But now comes a very, very important question. There are so many people whose all these needs are fulfilled. There are many, many big celebrities. All their physical needs are fulfilled. In fact, there are people who take care of them. They have people to take care of their exercise, their diet, everything. They have people for that. When it comes to psychological need, they are appreciated like anything. They are very, very famous. And even when it comes to emotional needs, so many people are in love with them and so many people are crazy behind them. Like we had the example of Michael Jackson. It was said when he died, many people committed suicide because of that. So there are so many people who have all these physical, psychological and emotional needs fulfilled. But still we see they are not very happy in their lives. Still we see something is missing. We have some classic examples. One of the example, I'm not sure you know about this person. He was very famous at one point of time. He was a lead singer in one of the bands. The band's name is his name was Chester Bennington and the band's name was Linkin Park. So he was a very, very famous personality. And he had everything a common man would dream to have. He had a lavish house, he had friends, he had family, and so many things were there. But on one fine day, he committed suicide. In fact, his wife made the statement that I'm surprised why he did like that. There was no reason for him to do like that. And there are many other examples we can give. Recently, one Indian celebrity was there who also committed suicide. Yeah. So very difficult to figure out that in fact of having all these three needs fulfilled. Physical needs, we know that they will be fulfilled or they have enough resources to fulfill that. Psychological needs, again completely fulfilled. Emotional needs also completely fulfilled. Then question comes, still even after all this, something is still missing. And now comes to the topic for today, that is the spiritual need. So all the other three things we discussed, physical needs, psychological needs and emotional needs. They deal with the externals. But then this is something which deals with the internals. All the other three things, they might be affected due to various factors, external factors. But this is something, if we have this need, this can balance all the other needs. And this is the spiritual need. And that's why you see this, the current situation that was there, that was not there in the Vedic times. In the Vedic times when people used to be there, if you speak to them about depression and all these things, they hardly have heard these terms also. Because they had this need satisfied. They had the culture, people used to come together, they used to do some spiritual activities in the morning, in the evenings. They used to have these needs fulfilled. And that's why they didn't have that feeling of hollowness within. And we see that now, because these needs are not getting fulfilled, or because the spiritual need is missing, that is why there is a sense of hollowness within. So I'll just play a simple video, very, very interesting video. Yeah.
What does he get in return for doing this every single day? He gets nothing. He won't be richer. He won't appear on TV. He continues to remain the same unknown person. But what he surely receives are emotions. He witnesses happiness, reaches a deeper understanding of life, feels the satisfaction and bliss within. He receives what money cannot buy. Happiness is not external business, it's an internal one. So where should we search for the true happiness? You can answer it yourself, within or without.
Nice video, no? So this video talks about, now this person, the question was, what was giving him satisfaction? Just selflessly going out, serving others. And there we come to the most important point of today, that spiritual need is something which is within us. And if we become satisfied within, naturally all the other three needs get satisfied or gets fulfilled. We see so many people, like these famous personalities who were there. So that happiness can be attained even by practicing the basic aspects of spirituality. So this person, what was he doing? He was not doing some big spiritual activities as such. Just selflessly serving others, helping others, being free from pride. He was not at all proud, and feeling compassion for others. And you will be surprised to know this is just the rock bottom of spirituality. This is not actual spirituality, this is just the basic thing, being compassionate, being helpful to others. And just imagine if this person in doing these activities feels so much satisfied, if someone actually goes deeper in spirituality, someone actually fulfills that spiritual need, how much will he be satisfied or how much he will be blissful in his life? And in a high level of spirituality, a person becomes very, very satisfied within. And that's what we have the example of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, who struggled a lot in spreading this message throughout the world in his old age. But still he was experiencing a different level of satisfaction within himself, different level of happiness within himself. And that is why sometimes, even though his physical and psychological and emotional needs were not met to that extent, but still he was happy within. So this is the power of spiritual need. So now can someone read this loudly? These are the divine words from the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Yeah.
Every one of us are searching after happiness, but we do not know what real happiness is. We see so much advertised about happiness, but practically speaking, we see so few happy people. This is because so few people know that the platform of real happiness is beyond temporary things. It is this real happiness that is described in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna to Arjuna.
Yeah. So this is what the entire talk of our discussion was. Jai Shri Shri Gandhi Kagirdhari Shri Mahaprabhu ki jai. So this is what our entire talk of the discussion was. Everyone in this world, they are searching for happiness. They are searching for happiness in their different endeavors, but they do not know where the real happiness is. And that is what is described in the Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. That is what we'll try to explore in these sessions. So the goal of these sessions, whatever things we are doing, whatever things we'll be discussing from now onwards, the goal will be to fulfilling the spiritual needs to the divine teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We discussed about these 4 things. What were those? Physical needs and spiritual needs. And here we'll be focusing on fulfilling the spiritual needs. Because as I already mentioned, these are like 2 tracks. The first 3 needs is the one track, and the second spiritual need is the another track. And many times we have seen that even if the first track is fulfilled nicely, or the physical, psychological, emotional needs are fulfilled nicely, still the person is not satisfied. But on the other hand, when the spiritual need is fulfilled nicely, even if the other track goes little upside down, goes little topsy-turvy, still the person is satisfied within. Still the person is not affected. And all this, understanding all this, what it can help us? Positivity. It can create a positive setup around us and within us. Second thing, enthusiastic. Being enthusiastic in all the tough situations we go through. Everyone has some ups and downs in his life. How we can stay enthusiastic in all the conditions. Third thing, forbearing. This is a very, very important quality of a leader. How to forgive others, or how to be forbearing in different challenging situations. And fourth is divine. Divine consciousness even in the most difficult, trying phases of life. This is the most important aspect, to get those divine qualities. Many times people ask that how to become attractive or how to become magnetic. Everyone wants everyone to be attracted to him. In mind, or I'm sure this point everyone must be aware that this doesn't happen by applying some fragrance on a body. No one gets attracted by that. But if we go deeper in spirituality, if we develop divine qualities, then we can actually become a magnetic personality, a great personality. So now question comes, so through this session someone might ask, okay, I'm attending these sessions. So now all these problems will stop in my life, or I won't get any problems in my life. Will it happen through this?
No.
Then what will happen?
Our realization.
So the example is given of rains. See, rains are a natural phenomena. No one can stop rains from happening, correct? But what we can do, or what we do in order to shield ourselves from the rains? We use an umbrella, we use something to shield ourselves. Same way, problems and all, there's a constant phenomena, they'll keep on coming. But these teachings, this knowledge will help us in shielding us from the problems. In being enthusiastic, being forbearing throughout all tough phases of our life. And as I mentioned, the most important of all, developing those divine qualities within us. Developing those amazing qualities that can also help us be attractive or being magnetic in all different conditions of life. And last of all, we always say that be scientific, don't be a blind follower. Many times, many people say, many atheistic people say, sometimes scientific atheists also say, that all this is bogus. All this scriptures, all this Bhagavad Gita, this is all bogus. Okay, but let's talk in their own terms. What is science? Science means something which has an aim, which has an apparatus, which has a procedure, observation and a conclusion. So if we say to everyone, if you are actually scientific, if you think in a scientific way, you apply all these things. What is your aim here? You want to understand if Bhagavad Gita works or not in this modern age. Okay, this is our aim that is there. Now if someone has this aim and directly he comes and rejects the Gita altogether, I don't believe, this is all fake or whatever, then he's not scientific. Then he's blindly following someone else. We are saying if you have this aim, the apparatus is the Gita. So similarly, the procedure is very simple. You study the Gita and implement the principles of Gita in your day-to-day life. And then the question comes, you observe for yourself. No one will tell you, no one has to tell you from external. You can observe yourself. If you feel, yes, I can see transformation in myself, then it's a success. And if you feel, even after implementing the principles, even after applying these things, I don't feel any change in myself, then you can conclude, or then you can safely conclude Bhagavad Gita doesn't work. But how many people are interested in this? They'll just blindly conclude, no, it doesn't work. Then who is a blind follower, they or us? So if you actually say, or actually when people say that be scientific, then we should do all these things. And then scientifically we should conclude whether Gita works or not. And finally, I would like to speak that we see in all the different faiths that are there. In India, there are so many people of different faiths. When it comes to Muslims, they know the Quran nicely. Christians, they know the Bible nicely. In fact, many times we meet these people on the streets also, and they are ready to give us the free copy of the Bible. Please read this. They are very happy to distribute their literature. But when it comes to us, forget about distributing, we don't have time to even read our literature. So what our intention here is, at least we should take out some time, try to understand and apply the divine literature we have. Because we have the topmost literature, that is a fact. Vedic literatures are the oldest that are there. But only if we understand and apply these teachings, we can understand the jewel we have. Or we can understand the great treasure we have. So that's why we always say, be scientific, don't be a blind follower. There are people who will accept so many things outside. When people in the initial, they claimed that scientists went to the moon. It was in the 1970s. They were telecasting on TV and all those things. And people blindly accepted that yes, they have gone on the moon. People started appreciating. And later news actually came out, they just shot a video in some desert, some place, and they created the entire fake setup that is there. So the question is, if you put faith in all these people, if you put faith in all these things, why not try this also? Or why not put faith and try this thing for yourself and then see whether it works or not? So it's a high time actually when we understand our scriptures and follow the principles in our day-to-day life. It's very, very needed. So I'll just like to summarize the entire talk we had today. We discussed about the 4 similarities. What were those? S stands for sleeping. E, another E, and D, defense. Difference is A, ability for a higher inquiry. B, C, and D, determination. Then we discussed about why we are feeling this hollowness. What was the reason? Happiness. But we discussed one more reason. Because all the activities we are doing, before that, all the activities we are doing, they are mostly aimed at these 4 similarities, fulfilling our sleeping, eating, mating, and defending. We are not focusing on the things that we are special or the high qualifications we have. We are not using that. And then we discussed this, everyone is searching for happiness. That's why he wants to fill the hollowness. We discussed the 4 needs of human beings. What were those? Psychological, emotional, and even if one of the needs is properly fulfilled, all other needs can be satisfied. What was that? Spiritual. And you'll see many, many spiritual personalities, even if the other needs are not taken care of, still they are very, very happy, very, very blissful within. Because their spiritual need is getting fulfilled. And finally, we discussed that be scientific, not a blind follower. Many times people will speak many things about this, that why should we believe, what to believe, or what is the evidence and this and so forth. And we say you just apply the teachings and you see for yourself. And then you come to a conclusion. Don't be a blind follower. Okay? So with this, we end our discussion for today. So now we'll have this deeper, we'll have the coming sessions. Every Saturday we'll be having the session same time, and we'll be going more and more deeper into the teachings of the Gita. Today was just the basic, it was like a premiere. So now we'll go more and more deeper into these teachings, and coming up next we have the session Exploring the Inner Self. Very, very interesting session where we'll discuss about the body and soul. We'll discuss some interesting aspects from the Gita. So now we come to Q&A. Anyone has any questions in whatever we discussed till now? Anyone wants to ask something? Okay, no questions, no problem. Then we'll proceed to the next activity of today. That is mantra meditation. So this is the activity we do, and now I'll play a video which highlights the importance of this activity, what this activity is all about. So just listen to this. So anyone understood what this video was trying to highlight? Basically, it was highlighting the power of sound. How the sound at different frequencies, the sand which was completely displaced, it can arrange that into different patterns. So it was highlighting that even on the material sense, now we are not talking spiritually, even in the material sense, sound is very, very powerful. and it can actually bring amazing impacts. As soon as they were raising the frequency, that sand was arranging in different patterns. So this was about the importance of sound. Now just imagine when a material frequency, when a material sound can have so much impact, how much can a spiritual vibration impact? Or impact us can have an amazing impact. Just like an example is given, like a person who is sleeping. Now if a person is sleeping, you go around him, do some activities before him or do whatever, will he wake up? The only way to wake him up is by sound. You make a sound, you call him out, and then he'll wake up. Same way it's said about spirituality, to go deeper in spirituality or to understand more about our own selves, sound is one of the amazing mechanisms. Just by spiritual vibrations, spiritual sounds, we can awaken that spirit within us, or we can awaken that spiritual frequency within us. So now question comes, which is the sound? Or which is that thing that we should do to awaken that spiritual vibration within us? So when we talk about sound or whatever different things, we call it the mantra. We chant different mantras. We spoke about mantra meditation. So what is mantra? Mantra means, man means mind, and tra means that which delivers the mind. Now question may be asked, okay, which mantra to chant? Which mantra to chant? And it said based on the Desha Kala Patra, or based on the time, place and circumstances. Actually all mantras are very powerful, but based on time, place and circumstance, different mantras are given. And we have many mantras. So there is an amazing shloka from one of the scriptures called as Srimad Bhagavatam. You can repeat this after me. Krite adhyayato Vishnum Tretayam yajato makhaye Dvapare paricharyayam Kalau tad hari kirtanat. Can anyone read this loudly? The translation that is given.
Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditation on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, and in Dwapara Yuga by serving the Lord's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yeah. So this talks about the importance of what to chant. I mentioned the time, place and circumstances. So in scriptures they talk about 4 yugas or 4 ages. Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapar and Kali Yuga. And this is the Kali Yuga going on. So recommendation is already there in the scriptures. What to chant or which mantra to chant. Which is the best way in this age. And there is another scripture which talks about the importance of this mantra. So we chant this Mahamantra, it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this Upanishad says, these 16 names composed of 32 syllables are the only means to counteract the evil effects of Kali Yuga. In all the Vedas, it is seen that to cross the ocean of nescience, there is no other alternative to the chanting of the holy names. So scriptures say in this age, in this day and age, this is the best mantra, or this is a recommendation that is given to cross the ocean of nescience. And that is why now we'll begin with a very important activity for the day. The entire class we heard about the Gita, and now we'll do some practical application. And that is the activity of mantra meditation. So our volunteers will be distributing the beads. You can all stand up for a while. The volunteers will distribute the beads. You can stretch your legs. And then we'll all sit down in a meditative posture and we'll be chanting the holy names. So those who have got the beads, they can be seated. You can give one bead to me also, I'll show. for those who are coming for the first time, I'll just show the process how to chant on these beads. So best is you can hold these by both the hands. Better not to touch it on the floor. And then we don't use this finger, the index finger, we use the middle finger to hold the beads. And as and when we chant one Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 1 second, let him. As and when we chant the one Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we move one bead ahead. So these are supposed to be 108 beads. We chant 108 times, that is one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And each mantra, the entire mantra, when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and we move to the next beat. So many times we have seen, in fact, in spite of telling, many times people go like this, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. So I don't know what is the Hare, but we have to chant one by one. One beat, the entire Mahamantra we have to chant. So now you can all close your eyes. We'll just prepare our consciousness. So it's a very, very rare opportunity we have to do this activity.
Can you explain one time chanting?
Yeah, I'll explain. Means how to chant. Yeah. So we hold the beads with the middle finger, or we hold the beads in this finger. We don't touch the index finger. And we'll chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then move to the next finger by a thumb. And like this will come. So now we can all close our eyes. So it's a very, very rare opportunity we have got. Sitting in such a sacred place among all the spiritualists. And we are having these sacred beads in our hand. And this is a very, very conscious activity we have to do for the next 10 minutes. And please tell your mind, while we'll be doing this activity, your mind will be driving you to and fro. Mind will be taking you to different places. But one thing we have to try, we have to be determined is, we have to determine or conscious of the mantra we are chanting. So for next 10 minutes, we just have to do one activity. Just chant and hear. Chant and hear. And be conscious of the mantra. It's a very, very sacred activity, very, very important activity. In fact, it is the conclusion of the entire class we discussed. So now I'll chant one mantra and you can repeat after me, and then all together we'll chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. So now, with full focus and attention, tell your mind it's just for 10 minutes. Be very, very conscious. And now we'll all chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Last 10 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. So gently stop chanting. So last 3 times all together, very loudly we'll all chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. You can keep your eyes closed. Last 3 times we'll chant, but this time in the mind. And we can also offer prayers that, oh Lord, we have begun this spiritual journey, that somehow or other please give me strength to continue on this journey, continue on this path, and be regular in this journey. So you can chant 3 times in the mind and offer this prayer. Hare Krishna. So you can now all open your eyes. So how many came for the first time? Oh, many of you. So you've seen many times people do this activity for the first time. Many times you have conducted this. People have a very amazing experience. So someone would like to share his experience who was doing this mantra meditation for the first time. How you felt? How was this? Anyone would like to share?
Was initially disturbed, but keep on guiding that something internally happiness.
Internally happiness, very nice. Anyone else?
Makes makes us get out of everyday issues. It helps us in daily. It helps us in like solving all our problems peacefully and in a
Very nice. Anyone else? So thank you very much for attending this program. And I'll just make some announcements and we'll end for the day. We'll have the Aarti and Kirtan after that. So first is, as I already announced, the next session we'll have on next Saturday, same time, 6 p.m. And the topic will be exploring the inner self. Very amazing topic, very wonderful topic. So requesting all of you to attend, and we'll be diving more deeper in the Gita in this session. Another thing, so there are many volunteers. In fact, some of our volunteers must have called you, reminded you for the programs. So they are also working professionals. They are working in different companies. And as I mentioned before, they take out time to do this selfless service because they have got benefited by this opportunity. So they take out time to invite others and also help them, connect them to this opportunity. So be mindful, you can speak with them and you can try to be available or try to attend the programs. And finally, we have a very amazing app on the Play Store. It's named Shloka a Day. So in fact, many times people say, I'm reading the Gita, but I'm not able to understand the Gita, or I'm not able to understand what it means, even after reading the Gita. So this app, there are 700 short 10 minutes video, around 700 short 10 minutes videos based on or on every shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Small 10 minutes videos where we can read the Gita, watch this video and understand the meaning of that shloka. Very simple language it's explained. And it's a very popular app. Many people have downloaded and they have got benefited. In fact, they have understood the essence of the Gita very nicely through this app. So all of you, you can actually, if you want to understand the Gita better, you can download and start watching this from now. And as I already mentioned, tomorrow will be the next Saturday, we'll have this session, exploring the inner self. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So now we'll be having the Aarti and Kirtan. So you can all turn towards the altar.